What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video dissecting the Wolverine stories that have been going on ever since Marvel bought Fox Studios. Well, technically Disney bought them. So essentially, what's happened ever since Google had a placeholder of Hugh Jackman appearing in Avengers EndGame, that Wolverine was going to appear in some capacity. Was it going to be Hugh Jackman, or was it going to be your boy Warstu? Even though I've shaved my beard off now, so it probably won't be. So we're going to talk about all these Wolverine stories that keep re-emerging. It was only a little while ago that Henry Cavill was going to be Wolverine, but all of a sudden Henry Cavill's Superman again, just like your boy Warstu said. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving away a pretty darn cool prize, in my opinion. So make sure to check us out on twitch.tv/Warstu. I will be making a Last of Us 2 review towards the end this week. That game has caused so much controversy online. Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know down below. But if you're going to spoil the game for anyone, please put the spoiler tag. So, as we said at the start of the video, the Wolverine controversy started before they even acquired the right, with people saying stuff like Galactus is going to appear in Avengers EndGame. Even Warstu said that, but I was going over Reddit plot leaks, you know how they are, taken with a pinch of salt or a grain of salt. And then we had stuff like, oh, Hugh Jackman to appear in EndGame. And then we had stuff like Deadpool to appear in EndGame. Then we had stuff like Warstu actually got a cameo role in EndGame and stuff like that. You get my point. And it all kind of spiraled off when Google IMDb was listening to Hugh Jackman to be in EndGame, which never happened, guys. Never happened. But we backtracked. Not backtracked specifically. We actually said that it never happened. So ever since then, there's been so many people, so many scoop artists saying that Wolverine is coming. There's a Wolverine versus Hulk movie coming. Cool. And then we're hearing stuff like Psylocke is going to appear in Captain Marvel 2. Warstu is going to appear in Captain Marvel 2. Wolverine's going to appear in Black Panther 2 as well. Storm's going to appear in Black Panther 2 as well. As Rihanna or Beyonce or literally any actor under the sun, there appears to be a lot of stories. So, it's interesting. But after speaking to the source, so to speak, of all the kind of rumors of why people think he's going to appear in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we have come to the exclusive conclusion that Wolverine is not going to appear in Falcon in Winter Soldier. Now, I can see where you're coming from. I can see the kind of the famous X-Men location that's going to appear in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Marvel think of things 10 years before they did, but they don't really. They kind of just put things in case they had the rights to do said thing. So, as we know, the Falcon and Winter Soldier might be coming out this year, and there is a tropical place. Well, not really tropical. Why did I say tropical? Because I don't script these videos. There is a location that has everyone thinking that Amigo Red, who appeared in Deadpool 2, but didn't actually make it to the final cut, but he's in the extra scenes. So there's a location in Falcon and Winter Soldier that has everyone thinking that Hugh Jackman Wolverine is going to appear. When after speaking to a lot of sources, they're like, no, Wolverine, I'm pretty sure isn't going to appear. I'm not going to say who I'm talking about, but I've been talking to sources who are pretty well respected, and they're like, no, Wolverine isn't going to be in there. So, Mad's report. This is courtesy of a website called MurphysMultiverse.com. So there's an article on Charles Murphy's website wrote by Lizzie Hill. It says this: The Falcon and Winter Soldier, Mad Report, Gang, Jacket, Reveal. Now this is where everyone seems to think that the story is coming from, and it's going to kind of essentially introduce Wolverine in some capacity, which is very interesting. But like, guys, people keep saying, like, I'll leave the link down below so you can read it for yourself, but essentially this logo on a jacket that was seen from behind the scenes. There is an actual image. I'm not going to put the image in this video, but go to link down below and you'll see it. So it is interesting. It's essentially a jacket. The Falcon and Winter Soldier was doing a week-long shoot in Griffin, GA. Just Gerard posted a large batch of photographs revealing a nasty bikers gang and other unknown forces harassing our heroes Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes, along with the villain Zemo. And then it goes on to point out that at least some of the biker gang members surrounding the boys in those Just Gerard pictures are wearing the same jacket, only cropped out to be the most. A number of villains immediately come to my mind upon seeing this symbol. Red Skull, Mesomorph, of course, immediately spring to my mind. So, the Mandrapore Dragon and other traditional villains. We all know there has been extra casting calls for gang members for various ethnic groups. IMBD lists at least one stunt actor of the Yakuza gang members. Although it seems as if the gang surrounding Bucky and Sam in these Just Gerard shots are not exclusively Japanese, but a mix of people. So again, it is unclear if it's one group, which is a mix, or multiple different groups surrounding them, which is very interesting. But those don't seem like the quite right fit. There's also the white sort of claws there and faint circles around the head. It actually made me think of MODOK. First, could this see the redesign of a very strange, distant looking villain, perhaps an Easter egg, or perhaps a hint of him taking control behind the scenes? Maybe. So basically, due to this location, everyone seems to think that Wolverine is going to be in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and literally every single other Marvel property going forward. But Charles Murphy does have a good record. It is from his website, but the article's obviously been done by Lizzie Hill, who I presume is a writer on his website. So yeah, this is reliable, and it does hint at something, but I don't think this confirms Wolverine at all. But there's so much Wolverine content around at the moment. It's just mad. So courtesy of WeGotThisCovered.com. Yeah, it's not actually from WeGotItCovered.com, but I'm on the website now as the research has come through. And it says, according to tipster Mikey Sutton, the film will take place in snowy Canada to introduce Wolfie to the MCU as a wanted man, having escaped from Weapon X project with the help of X-Men. Apparently, Canadian very own Avengers equivalent, Alpha Flight, will be hot on the mutant's tail as well as the Hulk, which is interesting. So the headline is, Wolverine vs. Hulk will reportedly feature the debut of spoilers. Now, is Mikey Sutton credible? I don't know. Like some things he says were true, like the Ezra Miller cameo role that he called 5 years before it happened. But as we've said before, guys, Mark Guggenheim literally explained that cameo role only came about 2 weeks before they shot it, so no one knew about that. No one. So it is very interesting. Sutton goes on to say that MCU Alpha Flight will be comprised of a bunch of different characters. I don't want to make this video too long, so we'll skip over that. I'll leave the link down below so you can check it out. So, Marvel Studio doesn't think Alpha Flight have the markings of cinematic franchise. There are too many toys in the box to play with, and only enough time, but they would like to see them in a Wolverine movie where he fights the Hulk. So, it's interesting, guys, but like I say, all these sources take it with a pinch of salt. But the story that keeps donning is that Wolverine is coming. Yet you're getting all these scoopers saying it. Yeah, Kevin Feige, anyone at Marvel has been really quiet. But also in the news, I didn't report this story, but this is a story going back from August. It's actually on Lad Bible. It's just a quote. It's just Hugh Jackman confirming if he will play Wolverine ever again. Speaking to the Daily Beast. What a cool website. He said, I know it was the right time for me to leave the party, not just for me, but for the character. Somebody else will pick up and run with it. It's too good of a character not to do. It's kind of like you're on your way home and your friends ring you and goes, oh dude, a new DJ just came on and the music is awesome. Are you going to come back? And you say, sounds good, but no, they're fine with someone else. Well, doesn't sound fairly final, does it? It does sound final, so Hugh Jackman has finally admitted that he's not going to be returning. Speaking to Variety, he said this: "There's an idea I think could be really interesting. We've never really followed him into his life. He's always kind of a side character. It'd be interesting to fill in the blanks about what happened to him in between these movies." He later added maybe Hulk and Wolverine could hook up. Are you sure? We can't tempt you, Hugh. So essentially, it's kind of essentially just, you know, click and bait to get you in. So essentially, it's saying that Hugh Jackman won't return, but we've all known that for years. We've known that since the end of Logan. But I guess some people will be like, yeah, but Logan is set in the future. Yes, Logan is set in the future, so technically in the timeline, in a way, he could come back if he wanted. But there's so much Hugh Jackman content on the websites. Just Google Hugh Jackman and you'll see loads of articles. And let's speak about the rumor that came along 3 months ago about Henry Cavill becoming Wolverine. And there was so much viral. I seen a post on Instagram that got over 1 million likes. And it's like, and then we're now, it's like, oh, Henry Cavill to be in Man of Steel 2 again. So let me get this straight. Henry Cavill is going to be Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher. He's also going to be Superman. And he's also going to be Wolverine. Not going to happen. But like I said, guys, it's just interesting to break down all this information about all these different people gunning to be Wolverine. Hugh Jackman's in, he's out, he's out, he's in, he's out, he's back in. Oh, he's back out. I don't know. And like people like Daniel Radcliffe saying, nah, I don't want to be Wolverine. Charlie Hunnam also saying, yeah, cool. Tom Hardy, but Tom Hardy's already Venom, so that's technically possible, but you know, with the stories of Omega Red appearing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, anything is possible. But Marvel, will you please start talking? There's nothing to talk about at the moment when it comes to Marvel. Anything important, so to speak. Yes, we see the stories that NBA players and their families will get to see Black Widow early, but it's not worth talking about in a concurrent video. So that's why we've been a bit quiet on the Marvel front, because there's literally nothing to talk about. So it's interesting. It really is. So let me know who should play the next Wolverine. Do you believe these stories? Stories have been emerging about Hugh Jackman being Wolverine again. Wolverine appearing in every single Marvel movie for the next 10 years. But is it gonna happen? I don't know. I remember doing a video a year ago now about the crazy news that Marvel Studios were making Hulk versus the Wolverine and nothing's really come of it. And it's 1 year later, even though they've got the rights. They have the rights. The X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Warstu, we're all back at Marvel now, apparently, but you wouldn't think this. Obviously, there will be Easter eggs. We've always seen evidence of a very famous place that we spoke about earlier, that yes, they are setting up the X-Men in some capacity. But please, stop with the Wolverine stories. I see them everywhere, and people ask me to cover it. So here it is. Here's your video. Hope you enjoy. Is Wolverine coming? I don't know. And if it ain't Hugh Jackman, I don't know if I'm interested. So like always, guys, check us out on Twitch.tv. That would be cool. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu on PSN, and let me know what you think of The Last of Us 2. No spoilers. If you do spoilers in the comment section, guys, put the spoilers tags, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.